In recap, the previous session, the party dealt with the situation after Finn crossed the stake line and the goblins and the kobolds all chased him down, followed by Lucas and followed by Zaris, with Abbott being next to Finn.
I'm sorry.
Finn, Abbott, attempting to form an alliance with the goblins and kobolds, seemed to be getting through to them when, for reasons unknown to the rest of the party, Finn leapt down the mine shaft. With the objective gone, the goblins and kobolds, losing their promise of extra food, lost interest and headed back up. Zaris and Abbott discussed with Lucas what should they do. Zaris suggested that Abbott, Lucas in his spider form, should go look for Finn. After an extended period of time when neither had returned, they were unsure what to do and went back to the rest of the group. Forming a discussion group, the party and the NPCs kept in the camp decided that they would attempt to escape down through the shaft after Zaris had remade a druidic focus out of some oak from a shelter. Trim discussed with her family what was happening, and she had learned that her sister Thea was hearing voices coming from down the shaft, telling her to jump. Apparently, Thea is not the only person to have heard these voices, and in fact, it is a common thing in the camp to hear a strange voice coming from the cavern, telling people to leap several weeks before they finally give in to jump down. It has been approximately 2 days since Finn's jump, and since on this morning of the third day, Zaris has made his druidic focus. They are going to use the time that they are in the caverns to escape. And we begin on the dawn of the third day. Did I forget anything?
Abbott's been saying he's going to jump, and then I don't know if he ever left the cavern.
That's right.
I was acting. I said something about the voices, and then I was going to pretend like I jumped and basically just kind of
that one.
hide out.
Okay, yep. I remember that one. Yep, sorry. But we should be able to start dawn of the third day.
All right. So my brain is not functioning fully. Dawn is morning, right?
Yes.
Okay, great.
That's the druid.
Hey, Zaris knows. I don't. Morning, evening. But I'll go to Abbott and Trim and share the good news that I now have the druidic focus. And somehow magically, while sleeping, I feel slightly more powerful.
Oh, nice.
It's as if reaching out to nature to empower this simple oaken branch has not gone entirely into the branch itself, and some of its energy has resided in you.
I've
got a quick question. So Abbott is still at the bottom of level 8, correct?
Yeah, he's still in the cave.
So did you and Trim go all the way down there?
Oh, I thought with this being morning, like we hadn't entered the cavern yet.
No, because Abbott's.
So you're telling Trim?
Yeah, I never left.
Hold on, like there was too many people talking and I lost it.
Are you telling Trim first before you enter the cavern? Because Abbott has not left the cavern. He's been in there for a few days, so that way the guards think that he's a jumper.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I would tell Trim. I see where we're going now. Yes, I would tell Trim and explain to her what's happened.
Good. Otherwise, I just over here crying. That's good.
Just in case, because Chris doesn't remember, but just in case, Zaris will go ahead and explain to Trim the plan of us getting all these people out.
What's the plan?
So, from what I gather, or what I can recall in this moment, the plan is that slowly, more and more people are going to exit the cavern, and we're going to claim that they've been jumping. But what's going to happen is we're going to aid them down where the water is, and we're going to go through this river to get them to a safe spot, and then just slowly get all of us out that way. And then the 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5 of us, hopefully, assuming he's not dead, the 5 of us will come back and either A, try and get our stuff or attack the guard. Maybe. Try and sabotage the whole, like, slave trade.
Okay. So we're just hiding them, not sneaking out through the river.
Possibly, like, both. So this way we can, like, sneak out and then come around and then ambush.
Since we haven't fully gotten in yet, I did consider taking water breathing, but it only covers 10 people.
I'm ahead of you, and I can cast it a total of 3 times in 24 hours.
Okay. Should I take it?
No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Because we're not going to get everybody out at once. There's 36 people, I think, not counting us.
As Trim, I am going to express concern that we are going in the area that people have been called to jump to.
We're not jumping, though.
But we are going down there.
This is why the idea is one of us will go with each trip.
Okay.
With fighting,
okay.
As well as staying behind with the group. One of us, or 2 of us in general, will stay behind with the group for protection.
Okay. Yeah, I'm chill.
Okay. You are not a hard to sell.
Thank goodness for that, because I don't think I could.
I have a high charisma, but low intelligence, so.
Okay. Is Logan there? Because he looks frozen on my screen.
I'm just not moving.
Oh, okay. You're like that guy from Avengers. I stay perfectly still. I'll be invisible.
Yeah, I have a 7 intelligence, so do not expect Trim to carry this party in anything that requires smarts.
So for help, and I'm guessing this is going to be like semi out of game. But yeah, like I said, I got the water breathing, which what I can do with it is because it requires I don't think it requires concentration, actually.
I didn't roll my health.
You might want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not concentration. It's even better. Let me see. So here's the good thing about me casting water breathing is I don't have to be counted amongst the 12. Or, I mean, amongst the 10. Because it says 10 people you can see. So I can cast it on 10 people, and then I can take the form of a reef shark and swim in the water with them.
Oh, cool. Oh.
1.
How long does water breathing last?
24 hours.
Did you get a 1?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Reroll 1s.
Oh, thank you. 2.
You got to stick with the 2.
The Matt Mercer rule.
Hey, you doubled what you
29.
I'm not going to complain about my 40 anymore.
Yeah, don't complain about your 40. Diane, you do not belong on the counter. I'll be right there.
All right, so we are now entering the cavern.
Yeah, the guards did the whistle thing. Everyone got their pickaxes and have started to work. Abbott, you see everyone at this point coming in with their pickaxes. You see Zaris, you see Trim.
Logan, check your messages.
Yep.
Oh, I was gonna say, check your messages. They can use...
Okay. Sorry. My thing is once they yeah, you'll be popping up fairly soon.
Okay.
How many people are in the whole camp overall?
Looking around, including you guys, with the loss of Finn, it looks like you're about, let's see, 38.
Well, that's not bad.
So it'll take about 4 days to get everyone out of here. Actually, 2 days. We could do it in 2.
Potentially, it depends on where our what you call it is coming from and going to.
Yeah.
Where the water ends and goes.
So, like, what are we thinking? Do we want to go ahead and jump on this and pick 9 people plus one of us and start the process of getting them out?
We could. I would say we should go by like group, but I think that would be too obvious. But would like 10 people at a time disappearing be too obvious? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we could do it slow and not get noticed, or we can do it really quick and possibly risk them noticing. Which, I mean, granted, the other option is we don't even have to leave the cavern because I can feed us all.
That's true. I'm cool with going really quick.
Yeah, we can go down to the bottom right before the water. I can feed everybody. Yeah,
I'm for like knocking this out quickly. The only thing that I'm concerned about, we still haven't ventured ahead to see where this thing comes out.
Would you prefer for me to do that then?
Can you make a perception check, everyone that isn't in
the cavern, or that isn't in? I understand now.
First roll of the night.
I rolled so well. 19.
22.
What is that perception wise? Sorry.
19.
Okay. Rena got a 12. And what did Abby get?
19.
Good rolls all around.
Zaris is the first person to spot some vague movement coming up from the cavern.
Oh?
That's probably not good.
No.
Probably.
Let's see here.
It's on the very edge of your dark vision.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm going to go ahead and do create fire and throw it down. Like, not hitting the thing. Just trying to get it in the light.
Yeah, kind of like a little flare.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. When you cast the flame down, suddenly, Finn, your eyes get like they hurt a little bit as you've gone a few days without any form of light. And you see Finn clutching the walls, absolutely soaked, and his limbs seem to be shaking as he strains to climb the wall.
Please tell me
How far down is he?
doing for the past 3 days.
How far down is he?
Yes.
I think your range is like 60 feet, right?
Yes.
He's 60 feet down.
60 feet down. Let's see here. I mean, like, does he look like he's straining the climb?
I think we just lost him.
Was I heard?
Oh,
I heard you.
Do you look like you're being strained to climb?
Logan, we can't hear you.
Yeah, I can't hear Logan.
However,
I hear Laura and I heard David.
can
Nope.
you hear me?
No.
Ian, I can hear you.
He's refreshing.
I don't know if I can hear Ian.
Oh, I just shook my head. It was not okay.
All right, I think I hear
But
snapping.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
you're good, Logan.
Okay. It's like I can't snap with my left hand, but
Can't snap, period. So
what was the last thing that you guys heard me say?
Am I straining?
Well, I asked a question and I didn't hear anything after that, or I didn't hear anything after I asked the question.
He looks exhausted.
I'll
You
go down and try and aid him. And
okay. All right. Let's just make this an overall athletics check for Zaris to get down there and help him up. We'll set it at a DC of 15.
Okay, athletics, because that is my best stat. Not. But I mean, hey, that's 18 total.
Yeah. Okay. So Finn, whereas you have been doing this for the past what you assume is days, Zaris is all primed and rested because he's just been focusing on his druid focus. So he's able to carefully scale his way down and meets you somewhat in the middle because you're still climbing up as you go. And as he reaches down and he grabs your hand, he pulls you onto like a more stable ledge, and like you both carefully come back up to the part where the gnome has cleared out the space to be more level ground, and everyone is very excitedly like rushing forward, almost overcrowding this narrow passageway. It's like an excitement they're talking about. It's like, oh my gosh, you survived. You're the first one to come back. What was it? What happened?
I turned to him and I asked if Lucas is with him, or has he seen Lucas?
I have not.
Oh, I can't hear Ian.
He has not, is what he said while he refreshed. Better
Yeah.
for me.
Okay. I have not, and I basically just collapse once we get to the floor.
Is he hurt or hungry?
You look at him and you don't see any marks.
I will go ahead and cast a Good Berry and give him a couple to eat.
One will do you.
Yeah, I'll just give him one because he's not hurting.
Yeah.
All right.
As you crunch down on this berry, its juice, it's like you feel it like coat the inside of your throat, kind of like when you have cold milk. You know how you feel it like line the inside of your stomach. It's kind of like a warmness instead, and you feel much better than you were before, but you still have that one point.
And then I just go to the wall and curl up and sleep without actually sleeping.
Meditate.
Yeah. A exhausted meditation.
Yeah, the older gnome, he's just like, here, everyone back up, give him space, give him space. It's like, get back to work or we don't eat today. And like the crowd seems a little bit frustrated, but they're gonna definitely hound you when they get back, and everyone goes back to work, but they're still like casting glances over at you. You can see like the whole spiral up. Occasionally like you hear like a little bit of that tapping stop as people like come over to look over.
I kneel down next to him and try and talk with and what happened?
I was in the water.
Was there anything else in the water?
There are bad things down there. Things that you guys do not want to meet.
But you didn't see Lucas though, right?
No.
This is Rena.
Rena's
Rena's already done her work.
Lucas went down there, and the whole idea was that we were going to escape through the water.
I do not know if that's such a good idea.
Well,
is it all water?
What?
Is it all water? Was there? It's like, did the water touch the ceiling?
I'm not sure. I remember things, but I don't know if they actually happened.
Like what?
Like people being down there in the water.
What do you mean, people?
Figments of people, but yet not people.
Figments, but not people.
Like ghosts or echoes?
Maybe.
Like they're crying and imagining.
It was dark, and it was cold and wet. I was underwater, but yet I didn't have to breathe.
This feels like so many horror movies.
I thought we were doing the Halloween special next week.
We are.
Surprise, there's two.
Well, what do we want to do? Do we want to continue with the plan of trying to get people out through the water? Do we maybe want to take a day to investigate the water and see if we can take care of whatever this is? Or do we want to go straight for a fight?
There is a major evil down there that you do not want to mess with.
I, for one, agree and don't want to mess with a major evil.
But what about Lucas?
Yeah, I can't leave Lucas.
We gotta go get Lucas.
We can make it just a quick snatch and grab. We don't have to fight anything. We can make it a simple, get him and get out.
If Lucas is in the water, then he's already gone.
You were in the water and you came out.
I'm special.
I don't want to hear that. So is Lucas. He's special to me.
That's not what I mean.
Like he can turn into a bear. That's pretty special. Can he turn into a fish?
Yeah, he can turn into a fish.
Oh, he should be fine.
I mean, Lucas is only in this mess because of us. We owe it to him to go and get him.
If he's on the ground portion of the river, then he may be fine. But if he was taken underwater, I fear that he is gone.
Well, I don't like guessing. And so I'm going to go down and find out. And I'm going to start making my way down.
No, right now?
Yes, right now.
But wait. Are we?
Just had Finn come back and tell us that everything, there's water, there's these people-like things, and Lucas didn't come back with them, so I can't risk it.
So wait,
Regardless
are we
of
getting the people out?
water to leave or not, I still gotta at least try and see if I can find them.
Hey, Logan, are we de facto level 5, or
Yes.
are we? Okay,
You are
so
level 5.
whatever we do, we're level 5. Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna
And then-
try and stop him and sit there and say, Zaris, give me a day to rest, and then we can go down there. If he doesn't come up in a day, then I will go down with you.
And Eldath is Eldath came to me, I think. I don't know. I'd be just worried about you two going down there by yourselves if we're not leaving through there today. I don't know. I'll go with you.
I say fine, and I take the remainder of the good berries and I slap them in Finn's hand, and I sit next to the hole with my feet dangling down, looking down.
So as you look and listen down this hole, it sounds very. There's a bug. Yeah, a tiny little bug flies up and gets you in the face. It's very.
Damage?
No damage.
1 point bludgeoning.
For smacking yourself.
Crap, I lost my train of thought. As you look down into the hole, it's very similar to that of the dry days that you've already been here. It's just like you feel almost like a cool breeze, like as it wafts up into your face and out through the cavern entrance. But you don't see anything beyond your dark vision, and you don't hear anything either, like anything of note.
No. Zaris is just determined that he's going to wait for Finn to get rested, and he's refusing to leave in case Lucas is able to come back.
Okay, so for Finn, since you are...
Hey, Finn, before you take a nap, nothing followed you back up, correct?
I didn't see anything.
Okay.
Okay, so since Finn is an elf, it would only take him 4 hours of meditation, and they would expect you to get out of there in 8 hours. So everyone's still working by the time that Finn can finish a long rest. Rena has already completed her job. It's like that level up really helped Rena as far as being able to do these athletics. As long as she doesn't get a 2 or lower, she makes her quota. Yeah, Rena just spends her time.
Well, I'm going to keep watch at the hole, and I'll stay with the gnome and kind of hang out with him more again. And since Zaris already made those berries, I want me to berry her too.
Yeah. Because you would also be a little hungry because beyond the scraps that the rest of the party was able to sneak to you, you haven't been able to eat much since you jumped. Okay, so the 4 hours pass uneventfully. Finn, everyone else who's awake notices is getting continued stares, especially from Trim's sister Thea. And as the 4 hours go on, Finn wakes up. You feel you feel fully rested, go ahead and mark off that point. Whoopsie.
All right, I go ahead and get up, and around my eyes though look a little bit darker, like I aged some.
Like baggy? Like,
yep.
Okay.
Dark. Did we lose Chris?
Dark circles.
We lost Chris.
Oh boy.
We gained Chris. Yay, Chris.
Sorry about that. Okay, so I heard Ian say that Finn's eyes are darker, like he ate some. Did I miss something after that?
Nope. We noticed you were missing.
Huh?
The time down there looked like it had a toll on me.
Gotcha.
Physical.
Okay.
And I go to Zaris and I say, okay, I am ready now.
I immediately get up and start making my way down.
Okay. Rena gets up to go with you. It's like,
does everybody have dark vision?
Not Rena.
I throw out create fire and just hold it in my hand like one does a torch.
Okay. Now, because you'll have to hold that in your hand, Finn, you would know this. It's going to take a long time to climb. Not as much time as it originally took you, because you're going down and that's easier.
So it's a straight down. It's not a spiral down.
No. It's like it goes to the point where that gnome has carved it out.
Yes.
And then you have to start climbing down. You would know that too, as like since you were a spider.
Yeah.
It's like there's a rough path, like a very rough path, but you would still need to make an athletics save or throw to scale down.
All right. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this.
I would recommend carefully, and maybe with some guidance from Rena.
Ooh, is guidance a cantrip? Then she would be spamming it as a cantrip.
Yeah, I know. That's why I always bring it up, because I don't know why we don't use it more often.
Who is the less athletic of our group?
The least?
Rena.
It'd probably be Trim.
Trim, what would your athletic ability be? Do you have nothing? Do you have a negative? Do you got a positive?
She got a negative.
3.
I will cast Spider Climb.
This was going to be like my important question of if are we all coming?
Yeah.
Finn would feel much better.
Are we all going? Because I was under the impression we were going.
Okay.
That's a good question.
So we are all going?
Everybody was going.
Well, I hadn't quite said anything, and you all just started going, and I was like, oh, okay.
So do you want to go?
I'm cool with going, but story-wise, I'm going to run over to my family and hug them.
So you get like this horror-stricken look on your mother's face, and your sister Thea is again staring you down as you say you're going to go down into the hole. It's like, why are we going? Is it just you? It's like, is everyone going right now? What's going on? It's like no one has told me anything.
We have to check on somebody, and we're going to check on the situation too, because honestly, Finn didn't give us a very good report, and he said there's not great things down there, and before we send everybody down there, it's probably better to check on that. So we're going to check on that.
Right.
Just in case. I love you guys.
All right, before I respond, I have to take a pie out of the oven, literally.
Huh? All right.
Laura, I just want to say, if cell phones and telephones existed in this world, your family must save a lot of money on the phone. All right. Well, while he's taking care of the oven, I'm going to go ahead and take care of something myself. So I'll be right back.
I have bug bites all over my feet.
Intermission.
Hopefully, we'll get a paid sponsor one day, and then therefore this part can be entertaining.
There we go. Sponsored by, I won't say
Raid, Shadow Legends.
Okay.
Wait, do they owe us like $50 now? Just for mentioning them?
Sorry. Catch me up, please.
Oh, Chris said something about someday maybe we can get sponsored, and that way this can be entertaining. I said sponsored by Raid, Shadow Legends.
that game is everywhere.
Yep.
I don't understand.
They just pay everybody sponsor money and.
But so. All right, it was your mother responding to "I love you," saying, "Well, we love you too." And what do you? But do you have to be the one to go? I mean, we just found you, or you found us. You know.
Who else is gonna go, Mom?
I mean, you've got friends. There's that tall girl that feeds everybody. It's like she gets a hand on the shoulder from your dad. It's like she's been managing without us for these past few months. Maybe not the best as he looks around.
We were doing okay until we didn't call our friends on that last time. That one time.
We were doing so good until we did bad.
Until we didn't listen to Trim.
Oh, so you're the voice of reason?
Sometimes. I feel like a decent amount of time considering the times I don't show up for the party.
Also awkward.
Do you promise? Do you swear? Do you swear on Grandma that you'll come back?
I swear on Grandma that I'll try.
No,
Your mother gets a really like tight-lipped look, and she's like, her eyes are watering a little bit. It's like, and you see your father like, and he goes from like one hand on the shoulder to like wrapping his arm around your mom. It's like she's got to do it. It's like, and she'll come back.
Probably.
I won't let the bad things get Thea.
As you say, Thea, you look over and she's like, she's stopped looking at you and is now looking down towards into the pit. It's kind of like 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah, we should probably remove her from the situation. I'm going to pick up Leah and, potato sack her and be like, no, little one, you stay away from there.
So as soon as you try to pick her up, she starts thrashing around. It's like, get off me, let me go.
Yeah, if I let you go, you're probably going in the hole, and that's not allowed.
Get off. It's like, are you
this tall to go down the hole.
Have you, are you actually trying to physically restrain her?
I'm a monk. Yeah.
All right, so athletics check against her acrobatics or athletics. She's a commoner, so there won't be any pluses to this.
She's related to me. You'll be fine.
Yeah, beat an 8 with athletics.
Probably won't now, how you say it. Do I have to do with athletics, or can I use acrobatics?
This would be a grapple. So
athletics.
Yeah, you are the grappler. Was that ding?
My phone,
Okay.
just like that one.
It's like I have a very similar ding, so I wanted to make sure it wasn't mine.
Oh my gosh.
What
I
happened?
knew it. Like that's
All
what I
right.
was like. Yeah, this is gonna go great.
So
So I do have 2 attacks I would like to point out.
He's gonna kill your sister.
I will kill you. Worst case scenario, I have sleep.
I think a grapple can replace one attack, but it has to be during your attack action. Do you have extra attack?
Yeah, I have 2 attacks now. I'm 5th level.
Okay, yeah, go for it again. She'll get to roll too.
Hi, Beto.
Not
Yeah,
that I want to jinx this, but like, hopefully I won't roll a 1. Hey, there we go. That's a 20 total.
So on your first one, her spinning and kicking and thrashing like gets a few hits on your face, and you like almost lose the grip on her, but like you eventually like pin her arms and are able to like clasp her to your chest.
Is somebody dying?
No, Thea was doing 1,000-yard stare into the pit, and Abbott was like, "Let's get you away from there," and she does not want to be touched right now, so it was a grapple.
Gotcha.
It's gonna be like, I see what you're thinking, little one, and you ain't going down there.
Yeah, she's just screaming now, "Get off of me! Let me go!" Your dad has become very irate, shouting, "Put her down!"
Abbott.
I will put her down further away from the edge.
Yeah, and Trim's dad immediately like steps in between you and her. It's like he's got a
Between who and who?
very what?
Between who and who?
Between Abbott and Thea, Trim's dad, whose name is Eldan, has stepped in between you guys. It's
I'm
like,
holding
I will-
her over my shoulder.
Wait, I thought you said you put her down.
No. I'm saying that so she said put me down, and I said I will further away from the edge, but we haven't moved yet. Like we're still there.
Oh.
We haven't gone anywhere, right?
So I misunderstood, and I thought you were saying that as an action, not as as dialogue.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no. That was dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not getting put back down while she's in the vicinity of the hole.
Well, unless she goes outside the mine, she's going to be in the vicinity of the hole. And
I'll look for our goblin friend.
Free. Except
Free, but I was trying to be nice and not just use free for a change.
I think it's Oxen.
that's part of his name.
Orcamork?
I wrote it down.
Oxen Loro.
That one.
I'll look for him.
Yeah,
in the
as
mine.
you do, her father comes up holding his pickaxe. He's like, "Put her down."
You want her to go down the hole? Because that's where she's about
She's
to
not
head.
going down. She's not going down the hole. Now just put her down. You broke up on that last
Hold on a
one.
moment. Yeah, I know. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I got too far away from the computer. No, but like this, I'll say, did you see the way that she was looking at it?
I was. Now just put her
You're
down.
saying I did.
I will handle it.
I'll be like, come with me, and we'll go forward. Like, no bad will come to her. I promise.
Can you make another athletics check? She's still kicking and
Oh,
struggling.
I guess I can. We'll see if it's successful or not.
She's definitely related to Trim.
16.
She rolled a 4.
We're doing great.
All right.
Just put her down. I will handle it. She's my daughter. You wouldn't know about that, or would you?
I'm not going to reply to that to him. And I will start walking away up towards the entrance. I'm not going to walk out, just FYI. I'm walking away up to the entrance, calling out for Auckland.
Are you walking by this guy?
I mean, is he going to take a swing on me and potentially hit his daughter?
He might try to restrain you.
He's a halfling?
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach out.
I feel like that would be a really bad idea for him to do if he loves his daughter.
I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna grab my dad and I'm gonna grab Abbott. And I'm gonna be like, Dad, Abbott has good intentions. Abbott, could you maybe put Thea down?
I will away from the hole.
Okay, why don't we all walk away from the hole and put Thea down together?
Make one more grapple check, because like this is every 6 seconds. It's like until she is restrained, she's gonna keep kicking and struggling.
That was a 6 that time.
Yep, you lost the grapple. She finally beat you. It's like with that
All right, well,
momentary.
if she goes down the hole, this is on her dad.
Yeah. And she manages to break free and roll away, not towards the edge. She picks up one of the pickaxe in her good hand, and she like holds it at you. She's like, "You leave me alone." And that's when
He's like, you're fine as long as you don't go towards the hole.
Trim's father, Eldan, again steps in between you two. I think you should go look for your friend, Trim.
Yeah, will do. Come on, Abbott.
I will glare at him in a very icily manner and be like, if she jumps, it's on you. This is your fault.
And he glares back with an equally menacing manner. Like, do not touch her ever again.
You better. I'll walk off.
What?
I didn't hear that part.
Oh, sorry. I'll say, as one fall to another, you better take care of your child and I'll walk off.
One more time, please.
How about now? Is that better?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. I'll say, as one father to another, you better take care of your child. I'll turn and walk off.
Well, he did walk off.
Every time you got to the important part of the message, you blipped out.
Oh, seriously?
Seriously.
Wow. Okay.
I know all I got was as one father to another, and then I walk off.
Oh. Okay, so I say from one father to another, do better to take care of your child. And then I walk off. I'll turn around and walk off at that point.
Okay, finally. Got it. It's worth the 3 takes.
Take 4. Take 86. All right, we got it this time.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead.
Trim, your father, as Abbott has walked away, he grabs hold of your arm, not in a rough way, but just in a hey. He waits until Abbott's out of earshot, and you hear him whisper, "Watch him."
I will. He looks
That's
out for me,
racist.
Dad. That'll be fine.
And come back.
I will.
He pulls you into a hug.
I hug him back, and I try not to cry.
And it lasts for a little bit longer than all the hugs that you would have at home. And then he lets you go, and he turns towards Thea, and he walks over to her and starts talking. It's in hushed tones, but you can't really hear what he's saying.
I'll chase after Abbott, and I'll say to him, I know what you were trying to do, and thank you, but they're doing their best, and you could have at least asked her first.
We've already had 2 friends jump down the hole, and 1 has come back. I'm not taking a chance on a 3rd.
Thanks.
So what was that about? Rena says, as you all come back down. She was watching from afar.
My sister hears the voices.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So, again, I can't see in the dark, so
It's gonna be
like,
dark.
oh, you can't see either. Oh yeah, we had Lucas do dark vision on us last time. We had to go somewhere we couldn't see in the dark.
Oh, yeah.
We should definitely find Lucas.
What's the spell that gave that ability?
I think
Dark vision.
Is it dark vision?
Yep, I believe it is a level 2.
Let me see here.
Yep, dark vision is a level 2 transmutation spell. For those of you that have been paying attention, Lucas specializes in transmutation spells.
Gotcha.
Makes sense.
Let's see.
Why are you trying to eat everything?
Yeah, I don't have anything that would give that.
Yeah, I only think dark vision does that. There's some higher level spells that do like ethereal vision, but that I don't think that's possible here.
Knowing this, like Zaris would know this. While I was waiting on Finn to finish his meditation, could I go ahead and say that I was preparing a different spell for the day?
You take a long rest to do that, right?
It's to set it, but I can always change it by spending some hours in meditation based on the spell's level.
All right, hold on.
Who doesn't have who can't see in the dark?
Trim.
Yes, Trim
And Rena.
Yep. How long is a short rest?
An hour.
Now, what ability were you referencing, David? I mean, Zorus's player.
Chris?
Sorry, blank there.
Yeah, never mind. It says that it says yes, there's a time duration for preparing the spell, but I can only change the list when I finish a long rest.
Okay.
Basically, I spend 1 minute in meditation per spell level.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's not going to work out at all.
Well, I can give dark vision to one of them.
I'd like to see. But I could also stay up here, I guess, but then I'd be worried about you guys being down there without me. But, I'll do whatever you guys want, I guess. What about you, Trim? What are you thinking?
Wouldn't it be funny if we sent Rena down the hole, the player that's not here, and I just chilled out with the rest of the...
I mean, we could have Logan do all the healing aspects for Rena.
If she's not in the corner crying.
I look at Trim and I say, I got a very special surprise for you. And I'm going to go ahead and shape into the giant wolf spider because Trim is small and can mount me like a steed.
You're right. I can actually.
And I still have dark vision.
Just remember, you can't cast spells. So cast your spells before you transform.
Well, I don't really need to cast a spell at the moment.
Okay.
Dark vision.
It's just if you guys were going to do spider climb.
Well, I mean, the spider climb was really going to be on Trim because she has the negative in athletics.
Okay.
So she's mounting me. She doesn't need to worry about spider climb.
Okay. What about you use the fire in your... Nope, you're a spider now. You can't answer me.
I mean, I wouldn't need the fire because
I need the fire.
To Rena, Trim is right on my back, so she doesn't have to worry about seeing for the time being. And then once we get down, then we'll tackle it from there.
That makes sense.
You just like see Trim the whole way down, like white knuckled, clenched jawed, like riding a giant wolf spider in the pitch black.
I mean, I don't think he has like any light spells or light cantrips.
Oh, I have light. I just don't have anything to cast it with.
What would you need?
Well, I think a phosphorescent bug.
Firefly or phosphorescent moss.
There we go. I combined the two.
Well, wasn't there one that just was on
Land
Logan?
or war?
What?
Didn't Logan just have one? He smashed?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Are you trying to do two?
Lightning bug and the moth, or lightning bug or the moth?
Or
I mean, it's too late now because I was going to say surely you would have seen a lightning bug in
I mean, depends on where we are in the world.
True, I forget they're not as common as they are here in Kentucky.
you would need to be in a different climate for a firefly, or is it a lightning bug, depending on what part of the states you're in.
I called it both growing up, so I truly.
I'd call them lightning bugs. But okay, so I mean, yeah, she should be okay for the time being.
Okay, yeah. All right, so everyone's scaling down?
All right, so I'm casting dark vision on Rena.
Yes.
Yep.
I can see, as anyone that looks directly into Rena's face, her irises are pretty much completely gone as her pupil dominates her eye.
Oh, that's not creepy.
And all right, everyone that is scaling down, with the exception of Trim and Zaris, because Zaris has a climbing speed, and you don't have to make an animal handling check. And so everyone else make an athletics check.
Chris, as we're going down, are you doing the web stuff?
Yeah, I'll do that. Leave a web for you guys to follow.
Okay, everyone make it with advantage then.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics.
Now, if you, well, yeah, this is climbing, but you are climbing down. This is more of an endurance test than anything. So, yeah, just go ahead and make it athletics. But roll with advantage because Zaris is spinning cells from his butt.
21 for me.
You're good.
Wow, 13.
Yeah. Just for some flavor, I would say before we head down, I would have made like a little rein for Trim to hold on to. Otherwise, she'd be clutching to my fur, and I'm sure that's going to hurt.
Yep. Okay.
She only weighs like 20 pounds.
So with Zaris in the lead, Rena just almost seems to be impatiently behind him as she's rolled a natural 20 and he's just almost like rappelling down. Finn is coming in second with Zaris seeming a little seeming to take his time, making sure that he gets all of his footfalls. But you all managed to stay as a group. And it will. How long is your transformation?
They last 2 hours each.
2 hours. Okay. Now, if you were to leave the group behind, you could definitely get down this hole in 1 hour. But matching everyone else's speed, it'd be about 15 feet. So it would take them like 3 times as long versus your 40.
Okay. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and eat up the other wild shape then.
Okay. So using both of your wild shapes, the group stays together and they descend further and further down into the hole. How long does dark vision last?
It's a long time. Let me look.
1 round.
8 hours.
Nice. Okay. So, and again, you all make it to the part of the tunnel where it forms like a slope down, and Zaris would be able to follow this as in his spider form. What do you do when you come down to this point? Looking down with your dark vision, you can see the flowing river underneath, and you do see a small embankment.
So we are now right on the edge of the water, right?
Right on the edge of the what?
The water, right?
So there is like a gap of like 40, not 40, of 20 or so feet between the water line and where you are. Like you could walk across the ceiling and it would be 20 feet or so in separation.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see if there's a spot that I can revert my wild shape and still be holding on to.
You could follow the wall all the way down. Like you could turn off your wild shape and you'd be gripping the wall.
Yes.
But you could also go down 20 feet and then revert your wild shape and you'd be standing on solid ground on the bank of the river.
I vote that one.
Huh?
I vote that one.
Yeah, I would do that. That's what I'm shooting for. So I would head to the bank and then shake Laura off of me. And then I would undo my wild shape.
Okay. And everyone else safely descends. It was a long climb, but with the help of the spider silk, everyone was able to descend it in about 3 hours, 3 to 3.5 hours. You guys aren't really sure how long it took, but it was close to that. You definitely needed to use 2 wild shapes.
Yes.
Much shorter than it was climbing up.
Yep. Without any silk or with the aid of gravity.
All right. So once we're all nearby, I'm going to get everybody into a position where I can see them all, and I'm going to cast a spell, Water Breathing.
Now, everyone is gathered around. It's like, well, before you do that, though, shouldn't we follow the bank? Because
so the bank actually follows along the river.
Yeah.
Okay. When the way you were describing it, I thought that it was just like a small piece, and then you get to a spot where it's nothing but water.
No, it's like beyond the edge of your dark vision, you can't tell what goes on but it looks like the bank follows it for a bit.
I'm going to mention that there were 3 somewhat of caves further on down.
Okay. Do you know what cave you came out of?
I didn't come out of a cave.
But you came out of this one?
I came out of the water.
So when he fell, he landed in the water, right? And then you explain it.
When I came out of the water, there were, and if I'm telling this incorrectly, Logan, from last week, mention it. There were 3 openings that looked like caves.
Yeah.
From in there.
Yeah.
I didn't investigate the caves. I started climbing to get to the rest of you.
Yeah. Because like you were carried by this river for a bit before you got to a steady part, and that's where you saw the 3 caves.
Okay. So we should know that there are going to be 3 caves ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just so you know, Logan, my dark vision goes out to 120 feet now.
Nice. So.
Oh, you took that one?
Oh, yeah.
I like that one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's like I'd like to stay out of the water if we can. Although, if you did cast it and then something pulled us into the water, that might be helpful.
Hey, Rena? With you being a cleric and your god being a very good god,
I think so.
Do you have some way or capability of sensing auras in this area?
Well, I can feel for the undead, but
that'd be a good start.
Yeah. Let me do this right, because Eric sent me his character, and he's level 2 now. Yeah, Channel Divinity and Divine Domain.
I think my food is here.
Your booze?
No, my booze has been here, but I think my food is here.
Channel Divinity and Divine Domain features what he gets. Spellcasting and Divine Domain.
I'm starting to get a little bit concerned about my food.
Bonus proficiency. First level. Channel Divinity. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I could actually turn the undead away, but as far as that's about it. I can't. It's like I'm solely reliant on whatever Finn did to my eyes.
Does she have detect good and evil? Like she has it, but does she She does not have it prepared.
She does not have it as a spell. It's like, well, I mean, what I have.
Clerics have to prepare their spells at the beginning of the day or after a long rest or during a long rest, but they always have all of their spells.
Yeah. Well.
But she might not have it prepared, in which case she can't use it anyways, unless she does it. If it's a ritual, she would be able to, but.
What's up?
It does not look like you can cast it as a ritual.
Eric did send me his characters, but I might have accidentally deleted that.
Oh, no.
No, he sent it to me in a different app. So, guys, I'm going to feel real silly in a second. She casts light. I forgot I could do that.
I see that you can see again.
I can see further, at least.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like, if you want me to see if anything's magical, I could do that for you, but that's all I can see.
So,
well, at least there's one thing. So,
taking into consideration
at
what
least you can see.
And wanting to make sure we do this right, I ask everybody to give me and I cast water breathing as a ritual spell. This way we still have it, but I don't eat up a third level spell.
How many times can you cast a ritual spell?
I assume it's as long.
It's unlimited. It's just 10 times longer to cast it.
Well, there goes that restriction then.
What restriction?
It's like how you were worried about getting numbers out.
Hold on, I'm confused. What?
You were worried about getting the right number of people out.
Yeah. I figured that out when I reviewed the spell. So yeah, I can we could get everybody out in like a day. It'll just take a little bit longer. A lot longer, but it'll happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should take 10 minutes to cast if I remember right. Either that or it's 10 times the length.
I think it's an hour plus 10 minutes per level.
Ritual version of the spell takes 10 minutes or longer to cast.
Gotcha, I see. So 10 minutes plus 6 seconds.
Everyone make a perception check.
Do you want me to make a perception check?
Everybody.
Okay. I mean,
you might hear something.
Okay. Oh no, Cooper's there. It is.
Also, Rena has the light spell.
8.
13. Apparently, I'm on the number 13 right now.
23.
Okay. So it takes Finn pointing it out, but Abbott straining your eyes to see what Finn can see away. Everyone hears like this little scratchy sound coming towards them. And Finn, you look up to the ceiling and you see 2 yellowish slug-like creatures inching their way towards the group.
That's probably not good.
Okay, I'm going to point them out, and then I am going to get ready to attack.
Do I recognize what they are?
Make a nature check.
Okay. That is 19.
So, although your education with Lucas was largely done above ground, he did you remember a story of him pulling back a log and you pointing out some grubs, and he says like, this one's a crawler, this one's that going on. It's like, now you see this one, they've got ones that are underground that are much, much bigger called carrion crawlers. You need to watch out for them, especially their tentacles. But hopefully, at least until you're a lot older, you won't find one of those.
So I immediately informed the group to beware of their tentacles, and sharing whatever additional information that Lucas may have shared, whether they're poisonous, that's their main form of attacking, whatever it may be.
Are they still coming towards us, or are they just up on the ceiling?
They are coming up on the ceiling, and they seem to be looping slightly, listing around, getting closer to you guys.
Can I look around to see if there's any stick that I can use as like a staff or anything? Maybe a piece of driftwood has come in.
Let's see. Hold on. So looking around, you see a lot of stones, none of them of uniform shape or size, but you do not see any bits of wood.
I wish we could have gotten that part of that guy's tent.
Do we think they'll attack us if we walk under them? Like whether or not these creatures are naturally aggressive or...
Hello?
They're inching closer and closer to you. They seem to be heading directly towards you.
Can you talk?
As they get closer and closer, they are 40 feet away.
I'll throw a fireball like directly.
Wow.
It'll turn around.
Power
Okay.
move.
What the? I'm getting very frustrated with. Oh wait, here we go. There it goes. Roll 20 was being difficult.
Are we supposed to have an image on the board?
Yeah, not yet though.
Okay.
This is why I don't like Eric's character, because like where everyone else is like character art, he's got freaking MC Hammer. I'll go on record. If everyone was a pop star, I'd be a little less annoyed, but it's just that he's a pop star. The only pop star.
He just needed to stand out.
I mean, it does make it easy to spot which one's him. Her. Whatever. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So where did you throw that fireball?
I was trying to throw it like in front of them to see if I can just get them to like turn away. Because unfortunately I don't have speak with animals, so there's no way I'm going to communicate with.
All right. Roll a spell attack.
Okay. That's a 12.
Okay. All right. You throw it in front of them, and they reel back for a second, and they seem to as they reel back, you notice that they're not just slug-like. They have like tiny legs that pop, 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 pop all the way up through their bodies, closer to a centipede, in fact. And you see them flare out their tentacles, similar to a king cobra. And you see in the flashing light of the fireball that illuminates their face slightly that they have large green, like dinner plate size eyes, and antennae that are slicked back towards them. And they flare their tentacles. Roll initiative.
Ah. lot of us don't have weapons, so we're going to be utilizing our spell slots. That's a
All right,
natural,
Zaris, what's your initiative?
natural 20.
Nice. Is that with your dex bonus?
With my bonus, that's going to be 22.
Okay. Finn, what's your initiative?
21.
21. Abbott, what's your initiative?
16.
16.
Since we're nicely going in a line, 7.
And 16 for Abbott. The crawler got +1 to 12. And let's see. Just writing all this down real quick.
I am going to be right back.
Okay. Control S. Okay. Zaris, you're up first.
All right, I'm going to start things off with Fairy Fire. They have to make a dex save.
I know. Yeah. Sorry.
You're good.
Did Logan disappear?
I don't know what
He did.
Okay. What are you guys playing for the one shot? I haven't decided yet.
Ranger.
Hard.
I'm not going to be able to play because I'll be
Right.
in a class.
Should I try and be in that thing with you, or does it matter if I'm in that?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
You just won't get part of the 25 gold pieces.
Guys, I just had an excellent idea. We all need to change our classes and all be clerics, and we will call ourselves the Amen.
I dig it. A lot.
So I'm just putting that number 1 over the carrion crawlers to differentiate them. You guys can see that page, right?
That's a negative.
I see them, but I don't see a number.
All right, that's just for me then. I can tell them apart.
Okay.
But I'm going to try refreshing then. I don't see anything on my screen.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too.
So did they fail their dex save?
For Fairy Fire?
Yes, they get to make a dex save for Fairy Fire.
Okay. They only have a +1, so I'm just going to go ahead and roll 2d20. All right, the first one fails, the second one passes. We'll say that's number 1.
Just in case.
Hmm?
The DC is a 15, just in case.
One rolled a 6, the other rolled a 21.
Okay, then yeah, that's definitely a pass. I'll let you assign which one got the is stuck with it.
We'll say the one that's closer got flagged.
Okay.
All right. Is that all you're doing for your turn?
Let's see here. What are my bonus actions? Because I haven't really looked at those. that could be fun. Just in case. And I'll cast the cantrip Shillelagh on my little rod,
Okay.
turning it into a melee weapon just in case.
Yeah. Okay. Next up is Finn.
All right, so Fairy Fire does what? Gives me
It
advantage.
Yep, it grants advantage on melee attacks. Does it grant advantage on ranged attacks?
You said does not.
What are we talking about?
Fairy Fire, it grants advantage on melee attacks, but I'm not sure if it does.
Yeah, it's
range.
just all attacks in general.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, since you guys have never seen this before, I'm gonna go ahead and back up to. Let's see, how do I put that thing?
Just for your reference, Logan.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
How do I do the little pingy thing?
That could be any attack roll.
See, friggin' tokens.
Let's move about 4 to the left and 1 up.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 up.
That'll work. And I am going to shoot Eldritch Blast twice at the one with Fairy Fire.
Eldritch Blast. Shoot.
2 of them.
Yeah.
The first one is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Second one will be a 21.
That also hits.
So damage 10 for the first one, 8 for the second.
18 total. Nice. You fire greenish energy from your palms, both striking the creature as
Logan, I also forgot to tell you that once we started coming down, I did cast false life on myself.
I don't remember you saying that.
No, but when I was up there or when we got down to the bottom.
Hold on. Let me look up false life. I'm not familiar with it.
Gives me 1d4 temporary hits points.
Okay. Do you have a small amount?
Done that at the bottom. That's an hour.
Is that a sorcerer? I mean, is that a thing you don't need material components for?
It's Eldritch Invocation. I believe it doesn't have to have any.
It's at will.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you're good. It's only an action to do.
Yeah, it's without expending a spell slot or material components at will. And he can only do it at first level. But hey, still D4 hit points.
Yeah. Just next time.
I'll make sure to. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
It's kind of one of those things you might as well do it every hour. Like, there's no disadvantage. So.
It's like if we we can RP it as you're just always drinking.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wait, is Abbott a warlock? It's a joke.
No comment? Yeah.
All right, next up is Rena. Rena's like, oh my god, what are those? She backs away to alongside Finn.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Next up is Abbott.
Cool. How far away are they roughly?
Right now they're about they were roughly 30 feet away from you when Zaris threw the fireball.
About 30 feet away?
About 30 feet away.
All right, cool. this is something we totally should have done in the past 2 days. But I'm going to rip off a strip of cloth to make a sling, because that's pretty much all a sling is. So I'll use my action doing that, and then next turn I will use it as a sling to fling rocks at it. Because I picked
Okay.
up those rocks.
I'm going to level with you guys. If the fight had happened with the kobolds and goblins, the kobolds were going to take off their loincloths and use them as slings.
I figured, yeah.
That is amazing.
I mean, it would work.
Plus, you'd all be distracted. Probably.
Advantages for an entire round.
Okay.
I can only imagine Trim blushing that hard. She blushed
Alright.
so much that the entire cavern lit up.
1, 2. They've got a speed of 30. 3, 4, 5, 6. This large one comes towards Zaris. He's going to make an attack with his tentacles. Let's see. I rolled a 14 with a plus. That hits?
No armor.
Oh, shoot, yeah. Make a DC 13 con save.
All right.
I love how my life is unaffected by this.
The dice have been treating me well. Let's see if they keep it up.
Please be a 13.
Nope, that be an 11.
Okay.
I'm dead, guys. It was a good run.
So, Zaris, you feel your body rigid up as you feel the poison course through your veins. You are now paralyzed. You take 1d4 of damage. That is 2 damage. No, 4 damage because he has a +2.
So 4 damage?
Yep.
Okay.
And then he's going to attempt to make a bite, which I believe he has an advantage now since you are paralyzed. So roll the 2d20. That was bad. He rolled a natural 2 and a natural 3.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, he has only got +4 to hit, so that's a 6 and a 7.
Okay.
That's that crawler's.
And I need to roll a check to sustain fairy fire, right?
You took damage. So if it's a concentration spell, you would need to make a concentration save of 10.
Okay. Let's see. That's a natural 20.
Yep, fairy fire is still active. All right, Trim, it's your turn.
I'm going to give you a heads up that for whatever reason with my computer, I can't see the map, but...
Okay. You've got a creature 10 feet in front of you. It's just paralyzed Zaris, and it's taken a chomp out of his... Nope, it didn't make a chomp out of his hand. And then you've got another creature that is on the wall about 20 or so feet away from you. Yeah.
All right. Well, that shouldn't matter too much for me. I will do the only thing I can do that will do damage and cast Magic Missile.
Magic Missile!
I'll cast that.
On Crawler 1 or Crawler 2? Crawler 2 is the one that's attacked Zaris. Crawler 1 is the one that Finn used Eldritch Blast.
Crawler 2, and I'll cast it at 2nd level.
Okay.
And now I got to roll.
Is Zaris's arcane focus, is that like a... We said it was made of wood. Is that enough to be a staff?
He'd have to give it to you, and I would say I have to rule I already ruled that he could cast Shillelagh on it, or Shillelagh work on clubs.
I thought it could work on any melee weapon, or like a rod. Oh yeah, wood of a club or quarterstaff. So this thing would not be Shillelagh then, because it doesn't count for either.
I would say that it would count as a club because you said it was a shorter piece, right? Not a whole staff.
Yeah, because like I was going with what I could get.
Yeah. Okay. It could be a club.
Okay, I'm cool with it.
9
All right.
points of damage.
Mean.
I know. I rolled poorly.
Hey, damage is damage.
I rolled 3 ones.
I mean, you're only rolling d4s though, so
Still upsetting.
it is.
Well,
You'll get the next time, champ.
Crawler 1. It's his turn now. 1. He scoots along the wall. 2, 3, 4. He sees these groups and he wants to associate. 1, 2. This one has different markings on it, whereas the other one is a plain yellow. This one seems to have splotches of orange and black on it. Let's see. Hey David, even or odd? Okay, it swings towards you. Does an 18 does not? I mean, a 16. Trying to lance you just like the other one did to Zaris, but it misses. In its frustration, it leans forward with its very small gape of a mouth, trying to bite you.
Rude.
Does a 19 hit?
That does.
Okay. You take 6 points of damage as it clomps onto you with its tiny mouth. You see that as it bites onto your hand, it has many rows of tiny teeth.
Okay, 6.
All right, next up is Zaris. Make your... See, you can make a save at the end of your turn.
Okay, so I can't do anything then?
No, you are considered paralyzed, but you can make your save again.
Okay, yay. Let's see what happens. Ah, 6.
That's not enough to save, sorry. It is Finn's turn.
Okay. Since he is paralyzed, will I be able to get that club away from him?
Yeah, if you get to him, I would say it would be like a contest as he is gripped onto it. As he was rigidified.
Okay.
Actually, let's let Zaris decide that. Would your hand be rigidly grasped to it?
I mean, if I'm casting Shillelagh on it, then yeah, because I was about to utilize it as a melee weapon.
Okay, then yeah, it would be a contest, and you'd have to pull it out of his hands.
And that would take an action, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's like Excalibur.
All right. I will go ahead and do the 2 Eldritch Blasts again.
Eldritch Blade. Sorry, I gotta stop.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
Same one with the fairy fire?
Yes.
Okay.
That's 23 for the first one.
It's
23 for the second one.
that hit.
Oh, darn it. I forgot that again. 7 and then 8.
Okay, it's 15.
And then
It does not look
ahead as a bonus action and cast Hex on it, which I should have done before I hit.
It's got these little crossbones to indicate that it's got hexed.
Like I said, I should have done that before I threw stuff at it.
Okay, now it's Serena's turn. Let's see. She's like, oh no, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. Let's see. She doesn't have something that can remove poison, does she?
Not some. I don't know
Nope.
if there's anything that doesn't require diamonds.
It's a save, right? Guidance or bless?
You're an extra D4 on save.
Bless affects saving throws, and you pick a number of creatures. Guidance is a skill based.
Okay, she's gonna cast bless on Zaris and on Finn and on Abbott and on Trim.
What level is she casting it at, if you don't mind me asking?
She is casting it at first level.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only 3 then.
Yeah,
I think
and
it's an additional
actually,
1 whenever you go up a level.
she would be right here. She would only do it so that way she could see. She would only move so that way she could see Zaris and stay out of range.
Yep, as long as she stays out of the water.
Yep. She puts 1 boot in the water.
What?
No, I mean
Yes,
like
okay.
just with the way it's drawn, and she's got like the sole of 1 boot a little wet.
No, I'd rather. Yeah, that's fine. All right.
Okay. Abbott, your turn.
Well, I really didn't want to touch these. Is the crossbone, are they both fairy fired or just the crossbones one?
Crossbone is fairy fired, and crossbow also means hex, but that only applies to Finn.
Right. Man, I did not want to touch this thing with my hand, but guess what's going to happen? Gross. All right. Well, the good news is it's fairy fired, which means I have advantage on it.
Mm-hmm.
Plus strike. Exception. So a 19 on the first shot.
Yep.
And I have let's say before advantage. Okay. So 26 to hit.
It's
The first punch. That's going to be 1d6 plus 4. Oh, that's not going to do it. Slash roll. Alright. An awesome 5 damage for the first hit. And
Points is
then
points.
my second attack roll. Is a base 9, but I have advantage on it.
Mm-hmm. 9 does not hit, by the way. Just
yeah, I figured. 19 probably will.
It does.
I'm sorry, 26 total. Slash roll 1 plus 4. 7 damage this time. And then I will use my bonus action to go ahead and attack again.
Yep.
I am not going to use a key point yet to do Fury of Blows.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just going to be 1. 16 base, and I'm going to go ahead and roll for advantage just to see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yep. So 16 base for 7 more damage.
So your fear of touching these things with your hand is founded as it rears back, you drive your fist through its softer underbelly, and it breaks under your fist, and a lot of gray and red goop spills out all over your head, and it's a terrible smell like rotting meat as it and it flops down on the ground and starts flopping and flying.
Still alive?
No.
Okay, good.
Okay, that was number 1. He is dead.
And number 1 was the one with the fairy fire on it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to use my movement to move. Oh, does that work? To
Yeah, it's
step
alright. I
into
didn't
engagement range.
yet.
Yeah,
You
there.
want to move here?
Yep.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. Yep. And that's all I got because that was my 3 attacks and movement.
Well, seeing what you did to that other one, this one is going to focus on you. Let's see. He rolled a natural 14 with a +8 to hit on his tentacle.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah.
Okay.
You only take 4 poison damage. All right. Now make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. So we have. All right. Let's see if this rolls correctly. Woo! All right. I rolled awesome with a 9.
Yep.
It's not alcohol. Like it's not helping.
Yeah, you haven't had that pro bono stuff. All right. So it rolled a natural 7 and a natural 9. It only has a +4 to hit on its bite, so I don't think a 13 hits you.
Nope.
But that is its turn. It's now Trim's turn. You have just watched. Zaris and Abbott go rigid after
Great.
being struck by these tentacles.
I'm gonna cast at 2nd level again, magic missile, and go for the same number 2, I think.
Yep.
Oh,
There's only one left. That's a
Oh,
lot.
I got you. Ten.
10 damage. Okay.
Still not doing great.
Hey, damage is damage.
yeah.
It is the only thing I can do. Well, that's a lot. I can do Thunder Step now, but it'll hurt a lot of people if I do it right now.
Yeah, probably best.
Okay. So it's now Zaris' turn. You have to roll off your paralysis.
Okay.
But you go roll it with an additional D4.
Right. Man. That's an 11.
Not enough.
Like, I had a really great, catchy one-liner. If I could just shake it off, 3 died.
It is now Finn's turn.
Okay, got a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
With Hex, it says an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack. With the dual attacks of Eldritch Blast, is that 2 times the 1d6?
Yeah, it's each hit.
Okay. All right. First of all, my bonus action, I'm going to move the Hex to the new one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We'll put the crossbones.
And then 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Eldritch Blade. Sorry, I keep doing it.
Since I have to go over the people, my first one is an 8.
8 total?
The first one was to hit, an 8.
That does not hit.
The second one was a natural 20 for a 20.
That does hit. You get to double your hex damage and your D10.
Okay. So D10. This one sucks. So it's a 1, so 2 damage on that.
Mm-hmm.
And for the hex damage is a 3 for 6.
6. So 8 total?
7, 8. And then I'm going to go ahead and put me 2 to the right. 10 feet
1, 2.
closer.
Okay. It's Rena's turn. She's not sure what to do. We can't kill it. She's like, then it's Abbott's turn. Try to roll off the paralysis.
All right, I rolled even better this time with an 8. I rolled a 2, a 4, and had a +2.
Okay.
Hello, buddy. Stop stealing the dice.
So, let's see. Hey, Chris, odds or evens?
Odds.
Okay, it's going to hit you then. All right, he rolled a natural 15. Yep. You're going to take another 4 points of poison damage as it wraps its tentacle around you, dragging your paralyzed body to its face as it attempts to bite.
All right.
Buddy.
Roll that beautiful damage.
Does a 14 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
I literally have 12.
You take 5 points of damage as it begins to gnaw on your head.
Well, at least you got horns, so it'll take a while.
And yeah, do my horns get caught in like the roof of its mouth, cause some damage? Like when you eat a chip the wrong way?
Roll a percentage dice. I want to see if he actually bites off a bit of your horn.
I don't want to bite it off. I just want to bite and get hurt because of it.
I'm just saying,
back, right?
will it be like me when I chew my fingernails, and everyone else will just see it go a little bit of horn?
All right.
If it's below a 90, nothing happens. What? Okay. You don't lose any bit of your horn.
That's good to know. Does he take damage for chomping on my horn?
He did not take damage from chomping on your horn. It's Trent's turn.
Pardon.
Finish him off. I think you're the only one that's done damage to him.
Awesome. I'll just go ahead and cast my last 3rd level spell.
Do you get your spells back after a short rest?
Mm-hmm.
If only. Or it's not 3rd level, it's a 2nd level spell, but still. I'm not so lucky. I have to long rest. Yeah, I only have 3. All right, so I need to borrow this butto. $15.
Okay, yeah, that's good. It looks very hurt.
Oh my goodness. How close is it to me?
How close is it?
Yeah, since I can't see the map.
You've got a 10-foot gap in between you.
Can I back up another 5 feet?
You can try.
I would like to try.
Okay, you back up.
I was like, this might bite me in the butt, but I want space.
Well, it bites you in the foot. Anyway,
no.
sorry, whatever. It's Zars's turn.
All right, 3rd time's a charm. Hey, that's going to be a 15.
Okay, Zaris. The adrenaline coursing through your body as you feel like this wet, saliva-filled mouth chomping on your head gives you the adrenaline to shake off this poison.
Okay, but that's all I can do, right?
Yep.
So I just really want to quick look at him and Infernal say the phrase, "I'm not paralyzed, but I was struck by you."
As he was chomping on your head.
I'm sorry, but the moment I got paralyzed, that song's been playing in my head.
It is Finn's turn.
All right, I will go ahead since I'm this far away and I know that Zaris isn't going to offer up his little club. I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast twice.
Well, I mean, I couldn't offer it up because I was paralyzed. You can come up and ask.
First one, 13.
Hits.
Second
For the-
one is a 12.
Does not hit.
Okay.
For the record, Ian, I would have offered it up to you. Just like I said, I answered Logan's question honestly because I would have gripped onto this thing for dear life because it's the only thing that allows me to cast spells.
6 plus 4, 10 total.
10 total. So, similar to Yu Yu Hakusho, for those that watch this, you aim your finger, and as soon as Zaris pulls his head out of the creature's mouth, you send an energy right down. It swallows the energy, and you see it go, and it slumps over.
Man, you could have said eat this.
There's something better to bite on.
Well then,
Chew on this. Tic Tacs only have 5 calories.
So I turn to Finn and I say, I don't suppose those were the things you were concerned about, were they? Please say yes.
No, not even close.
I was afraid.
Abbott is still temporarily on the ground. Go ahead and make another save.
Okay, give me just a moment. I gotta grab a fork. That food I ordered when we started this shindig just arrived.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Do we feel like we need to take a break before we go down this cavern?
I got a 10 this time.
A 10 total?
Yeah. I got a 4, and then +2.
Abbott's still paralyzed.
I think we're gonna need to at least wait till Abbott's not paralyzed.
I'm
You all
gonna,
just
I'm gonna walk up to Abbott and kick him and go, "Hey, wake up!"
you all stand around as Abbott, giving him gentle nudges with your foot until he eventually overcomes the paralysis toxin.
Damn.
Well, it's not gonna be anytime soon. I hope you know.
It ends after a minute.
Okay, well that's good.
That's
Because it's going to take a full minute of me rolling.
Okay, so do we want to
There we go.
take a short rest and continue 2 weeks from now, or
Either way, we're continuing 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, I was saying, like, I feel like this is a good stopping point, but it would just do us well to figure out if we want a long rest now, and that way we can just head off tomorrow or next time.
Let's do something like let's go for like another 10 minutes. And then I say we should stop. I want to get to one point real quick.
Okay. So do you want to do a quick short rest?
I don't. It won't help me any. It's all up if you guys need it.
I mean, it'll give me health and spell slots back.
Yeah, we can knock out a short rest if you want, and then because you can just roll your hit dice, and then we can roll on.
Ben, do you need a short rest as well?
I mean, it's not necessary. I mean, the only thing I can't do is cast Hex again. No, I can. I can still cast Hex. Never mind. I'm good.
I'm okay then. I'm good. I don't need a short rest.
Okay, let's roll. Trim will let somebody else lead the way because she's still very blind.
Rena cast light.
Huh?
Rena cast light.
That's right.
Yeah. You guys follow the river for an extended period. It has a gentle but consistent downward slope until you guys get to where it feeds into a large underground lake that and you can follow the embankment around. And as you take the time to do this, for those of you that are actually watching the water, you notice that the lake water will seem relatively calm, and then it will drop a foot and then slowly come back up with like ripples.
Huh.
And if you were to stay long enough, you would see that it would do it again
Okay.
and again.
Like breathing?
Like it's breathing?
There's a consistent raising and lowering of this black pond.
Maybe it's alive and it's breathing, or maybe there's like a flushing mechanism that's pushing it out and then it's refilling, and then it gets pushed out again.
Like it's bubbling or gurgling?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking of like one of those buckets that you see at water parks, where they fill to a point and then they spill and then they have room to fill back up again.
Yeah.
Is
Hey, Logan?
Mhm.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Laura,
Well,
sorry.
Is anybody else noticing the water?
Yeah. I was just looking at it.
Hey, Logan, would you care if I rolled a history check to see, if I remember the crazy stuff that live in the water, in caves and Underdark-ish?
Yeah, go ahead and make a history check. It's like, what are you trying to think about, though? Just so I can give you some specifics on what you roll. Like,
Potential creatures and whatnot that might be this far up in the Underdark.
You did travel quite down quite a ways. It's like, luckily for that silk, the trip was shorter, but you feel like you've descended several miles down the shaft. Sorry, I did a bad job explaining that. That's my bad.
No, I figured that we're pretty close to the Underdark at this point, because that's about how far down it is to start.
After Trim says that, I say, as long as we stay out of the water, we'll be fine.
Okay.
That +1 is gone.
Oh, the 1d4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like you've been walking for over a minute and Rena hasn't recast. Yeah, you used most of that time to run off the poison.
Yeah.
I'll say that with a 13. So you know that there are many, many creatures that live in the dark depths beneath the surface. And all manners of things come to your mind. But as far as specifics, looking at the environment right now, just at the surface of this water, you can think of like certain crustacean-like creatures, certain certain types of fish that have adapted to long periods without sunlight. But
anything with psionic abilities?
That I'd have to actually dive into myself, but you can't think of anything specifically that has psionic abilities that would be this high up.
Oh, good. No worries then.
Please tell me it's going to be a giant hermit crab and you're going to start singing Moana songs.
Ha. This has to be a sponsored show before I sing anything.
Fair enough.
Actually, I take that back. If you guys had stumbled onto some lore that I had given you guys months ago, I would have had to sing a song I wrote.
We're going to go back into the mansion now.
I'm referring to the mansion.
Oh, man. We're down.
It's that I'll give Chris it's that thing that you found in the book.
Yeah. So I have it.
Yep. Now you just have to find an in-canon reason for someone to do it.
Well, technically, you didn't have it. All of our items were taken from us.
True.
Shit, you.
Good. So I don't have to sing. That's going to be good for everyone.
We
We are
will.
going to get that stuff back. We're going to find a bard and we're going to have them sing the song.
There we go.
My bard does not sing. For next
He
week.
dances, right?
Sword dancer.
Oh, I played a sword dancer. They're fun.
I never played a bard, so I don't know much about them.
Me either.
Just a stereotype is that they go and have sex with everything.
Yeah.
Well, besides that part, bards are probably my favorite class to play.
But yeah, just to wrap things up, you guys follow around the edge of the river and the lake, watching it go up and down until you eventually arrive at the 3 caves that Finn had mentioned earlier. So, which one's the right one? Says Rena.
I'll point to the right and say that one.
Does Rena have what is it called? Predestination or something like that?
She does not. Prestidigitation?
Yeah, that's the one.
She does not have that.
Yeah. And Grid Craft.
I got.
Rena does give a look to Abbott. He's like, and she says, Lucas was the one that made the bad jokes. Which one's the correct tunnel?
Now we're asking the real questions. I don't know. I've never been here before.
Can we look around and see if there's any tracks?
Everybody make an investigation check.
This will go well. Oh.
Faith. You said investigation?
Yep.
Oh, well, that was unexpected.
4 for
I
me.
have a
4 for me.
Laura?
16.
20.
Okay, so down the middle path, which Finn, you vaguely remember hearing sounds from, you notice that there are some circular indentions in the ground, and between them, like there's 2 pairs of circular indentions that lead into the cavern, and there appears to be like 2 very faint lines that in between them that almost seem like a pair of dragged feet into the cave.
Oh boy.
And I think that's a good place to stop.
All right.
Boy, oh boy.